So I'm at pizza place, Shakey's, one of the classics, one of the old school pizza places here in Southern California. I don't know how big the chain is, but anyway, I thought I'd do this. Came here for a beer, have a little pizza made, a little personal pepperoni pizza, and I thought I'd just share with you how things are going. It's been, let's see, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's been 10 days since my wife and daughter left. And I just really haven't had it in me to make any videos, to share it. Although I know I should, because I'm experiencing big things every day now. I need to take a sip. I need to relax. I'm going to play with the features here. I need to get on top of this. What does this do? Highlight save to your channel. Oh, I guess you could save a highlight. Mute? What does that do? Filters of some sort? No filter? What does that do? Oh. Cancel? No. None. B. What does that do? Oh, I can see. Interesting. Okay. Wow. I didn't realize this was going to be hard. I see one person there. Can you let me know if you can hear this? I don't know if the audio is actually picking up. I tried to use the headphones here. I don't know how to see comments either, if there are any. Hi. Hey, I see. Whoever's there, could you let me know if you can hear this? You can hear very well. Good. Oh, thank you very much for letting me know. The Itsumaru. It's good to know that this is actually working. I'm a little bit nervous right now. Okay, I'm a lot nervous. I'm at a pizza restaurant waiting for my pizza and having a beer, and I thought I would turn this on. I'm number 94. Anyway, it's been 10 days. Oh, it's Laura. Hi, Laura. Puggles. I thought I would try to catch up a little bit on konnichiwa to you, Will. So I thought I would make a video and try to catch up a little bit on what's been going on in the last 10 days. I think that what I have been doing so far has been keeping myself busy with busy tasks to not focus on the facts of everything. I wouldn't say I'm lonely. I'm doing very good. Feel great. But I'm in a state of juxtaposition. How was the plane ride over? Hey. Well, I'm still in California. So I didn't ride on the plane. So those of you that don't know, my wife and daughter are now in Japan. So let me start with that. Let me give you a summary of how they're doing. So the Wednesday, 9 days ago, Yumiko and I took Yumiko and Emily to the airport. I had rented a U-Haul moving van and truck, and because they had more boxes than we could fit into the Prius. And Wednesday morning at 6:30 in the morning, I got up early and we loaded all the boxes in and the family and took them to the airport. It went really smoothly. I was really nervous that wasn't going to go well. I was nervous about the procedure. Oh, here comes my little pizza. Oh, thank you. Hey, do you guys have any of those little peppers here? Any cheese too? No cheese, just peppers. Thank you. Ooh, here we go. Look at that, guys. Ooh, it almost fell over. So just to let you know, I'm allowing myself to do absolutely anything I want. Thank you so much. With the family gone, I, uh, I do anything I want. I eat anything I want, and I go anywhere I want. At least initially. Um, just to kind of, why do I do this? It's not to, and it's not like I do a lot. This is like the second time I've eaten out since my family left. So it's not, even though I'm allowing myself to do anything, I'm not doing very much. For the most part, I'm at home having my homemade chili for lunch and my oatmeal for breakfast and my bean and cheese burrito for dinner. So I haven't really availed myself of this liberty very much. I am tonight because it's Saturday night and I even have a beer. Never mind. Excuse me. Mm. So let me get back to storytelling. So I took the family to the airport. We all climbed into the truck, the little rental truck there. I was driving. Emily sitting beside me. Yumiko there. We had all this orchestrated down. Swung into LAX 3 hours beforehand. Gone through and had McDonald's on the way. Ate the McDonald's in the truck. Swung in, parked right in front of the Tom Brandley Terminal 3. I think we were at Pillar 6, which is where Zip Airlines is. Parked the car in here. Now I'm getting the swing of things. Parked the car, put on the emergency flashers, and we had 9 boxes that we were going to ship. Now, if you follow my stories in the past, I talk about in the past we've limited ourselves to 2 suitcases each coming across the ocean. This time we upped the ante to 3, and we instead of suitcases we use boxes. So 9, but 2 people. That's too many. That's because it had my 3 in there too. So I shipped all my stuff over already. The only thing I'm going to really need to ship is the dogs, and then I'll get a carry-on that I'll probably add some more books to. Anyway, so we got the airport, parked at the curb there, unloaded all the boxes, and then we rented at $8 each. We rented, I think, 4 dollies and lined them up and put the boxes on there, and then we set up this relay thing. I stayed with the truck. Nico went forward and began the check-in process, and Emily shuttled the boxes over there, and we began this process of getting them in. Then once the last box was gone, I took the truck and went and parked it. And when I finally got to where the zip air was, Nico and Emily had this whole process down, and the boxes were gone. Because they were just left for their check-in. At that time, I walked them over to the departure area, where at LAX Tom Brandley International Terminal, there's some stairs that go up, the escalator that goes up. I walked them over there. We had a hug. We waved goodbye, and the wife and daughter were gone. I turned around and left. No. Driving home, I listened to the music really loud in the truck. I listened to KLOS. The LA old school heavy metal rock and roll music station on radio. And when I got home, I panicked. The dogs were waiting for me, and I'm afraid I let the dogs down. The dogs were clearly upset by all the changes that had occurred in the last 24 hours. The night before, Yumiko and Emily had been up very late, packing boxes, etc. The house was in a ruinous mess. furniture everywhere. We had so much left over from our garage sale because we didn't sell it. Turns out that people moved in right next door to our apartment, same apartment floor plan, and their home had burned down. They had escaped with only their lives and their two dogs. One of the dogs had woke them up and saved their lives. So they were living in that apartment. They just moved in with nothing. So as soon as we heard their story, we're like, don't worry, you're about to have everything. We literally, there's a comment. My daughter is 4 months next, and it can be hard to leave her at school with her mom. Sometimes I can imagine how it feels to part ways for a short time. Indeed. So as soon as we found out that our neighbor had lost everything, I walked over and I knocked on the door and I said, because the next door neighbor had told me about it. I said, I heard about your tragedy. I'm your next door neighbor, Kurt. I heard about your tragedy and I wanted to make you an offer. My wife and I are leaving the country for good. We have a house full of furniture. We'd like to offer you everything. And literally it would fit because we knew it would fit because it was configured for the same floor plan. And they accepted. And so after Emily and Nico were left, the house was just a disaster, full of furniture. And for me, those left, some people, the items are like mementos. And they give you pleasant memories and feelings. They are for me too. But in this case, they were a bandage to be ripped off. Because I knew that none of that stuff was going to go to Japan. And the dogs and I, excuse me for eating my heart. Our place was 7 months alone. Time to just get rid of it all. So I immediately, as soon as I got home, I cleaned the place up, organized all the furniture, put it into a big pile, knocked on the door next door, and arranged for a series of days because it took a little bit of time because of the schedule. But just today we finished it. We moved the last item today. So that was from the 22nd of May until today, the first day of June. Now today feels significant. I feel like I have no more excuse. I can't lean on the fact that they're gone anymore. Hi, Laura. Yeah, they were. They set up the bed last night, and David, the husband, he told me that he was late for work because he had such a good night's sleep. Okay, but now, as of today, I'd have no more excuses. You know how, like, if you start on a new job, you have like a little grace period for a couple of weeks, kind of get your footing. But then after that grace period is over, you don't get that luxury anymore. You need to start producing. Laura, the last day that I'll have the apartment is the end of June. So whatever the last day of June is, June 30th, June 31st, something like that. But I'm sleeping in basically an air mattress now with some sheets. Answering Laura's question, asking me where I'm sleeping. So it works. Mostly Laura. I'm trying to make it comfortable for the dogs. So my office, I haven't changed. My office I said that everything's gone except my office. My office remains configured exactly as it is. So it has that little sleeping area. It's on a cot, a little air mattress on a cot. And then the dogs, I have my chair there, my desk, and I have comfy places for the dogs to be and sleep. A nice carpet on the floor, a big rug, an area rug. That's the one little area right there that Mostly that's for the sake of the dogs. I want them to have, because I don't want them to suffer too much or at all. But here's the thing. And this is why it's good that I'm making this video. I need to do this regularly. I really do. This is helping me to organize my thoughts. Today's June 1st. My orientation period is over. I have no more. I can't use the excuse of the change for anything anymore. I love the live content and saying hi. Need some moderate. Thank you. Again, sorry for the noise of the pizza. I know that's not very appetizing. This video will go on the Return to Japan playlist, so it's really actually important that I document this stuff. Okay, so let's get to the crux of the matter. Today marks the first day of June. This is my last month of normality. After this, I'll be living basically out of my Prius. I already have 3 Airbnbs reserved for. I'm leaving. My last day of work is December 16th, 2024. That is non-negotiable. I will not continue working after December 16th, 2024, and I will not endeavor to find a job in Japan or to work, part-time or anything. I'm pulling the plug completely. No more work after that day. So I have basically from now until then to do everything that I need to do to wind this down. Today was the first day I was able to send money to my wife in Japan. It took her basically 9 days to get all the steps, all the stuff in place to be able to open a bank account. So my favorite video was the question I submitted way back when you lived in Japan about zero, and the meaning of zero. Really enjoyed your thoughts in this video. My favorite was always walking to Japan. Thank you. And all your thoughts. Thank you. Hopefully there'll be a lot more of that coming up. So let me collect, speaking of thoughts, let me collect my thoughts. Thank you. I can't wait. That's what they say. So let me collect my thoughts. I have no more excuses. I have to be on my A game now, and I think I've been on my A game the whole time. But I have no more excuses for falling down. It's all on me to make this work. On the America side, I'm the last one left. Emily's fine. She's off on her own. Yumiko's doing well. The dogs are struggling a little bit, so I'm putting a lot of effort on them. Me, I'm going to wrap things up. I've got 2 more weeks until my big project is done at work. Essentially my last project. And after that, it's a 6.5-month glide to the end. It is an interesting chapter. Well, if I do say so myself. Okay, so here, I've been entertaining a couple of thoughts about doing things differently. What do you all think of this idea? June, I finish my lease here in Huntington Beach. End of my beach life here. July, in August, I've got a cabin up in the mountains in a place called Idlewild, which is a beautiful little mountain community here in Southern California. I mean, really, really charming. Pardon me, excuse me, I'm burping. Cabin amongst giant conifer trees. It's really beautiful. It's snow country. But I'll be there up there for the summer. And I did that strategically to be up and away from the snow, up and away from the heat of summer. Then in September, I'm going to get I've already reserved a small cabin in a community called Lake Hughes, which I visited today, which is the place that where I grew up for part of my adolescence. After that, I do have a cabin, another place reserved up in Humboldt County in November, but I can cancel it if I want to. What do you think of this idea? What if instead of after September, so I'm talking October, November, and December, cold months. What if instead of living in an Airbnb, I buy a tent and Starlink, the satellite service from using Elon Musk's system, and then go set up home in the desert, maybe at Siberia Ghost Town. What do you think of that idea? I'm suddenly enamored of that idea. I think it's a good idea. I might actually do that. I might cancel the Humboldt plan and just do that. Will it be cool enough? October, November, and September will be beautiful. Yeah. You think Siberia, the Itsumaru says the Siberia Ghost Town would be neat. I wouldn't have to stay just there. I could stay anywhere that's a Bureau of Land Management land, BLM land here in the United States is welcome to anyone. Anyone can stay on those lands. And there's maps that will show where BLM land is. You live in California as well and always wanted to go. You ought to go give it a try. Well, I would love to, if you see this video, I would love to, if you haven't already left a comment letting me know your thoughts, let me know. Here's what I'm picturing. I'm picturing we'd have the Prius out in Siberia. I'd be with the dogs. Wonder if the dogs would think, but they would love it. Interesting idea though, heck yeah. I wonder about the dogs as well. I think they would find it interesting. What I was thinking I would do is get a big tent, and then I could have a desk inside and have the satellite link to the Starlink. And I could sit there and do my work, and then I wouldn't let the dogs roam free. I would get like an enclosure of some sort, or keep them inside the tent. Maybe instead of maybe it would be an open tent with like a screen type of thing. The air can flow through, because it's perfect. October, November, and December, the weather will be just really nice. Until December. December I'll get cold, but maybe I'll move. Maybe what I'll do is December I'll probably move back to Los Angeles and stay in the Airbnb. That's the month the dogs would leave. So it would be October and November, which are just perfect months. Siberia will be just beautiful then. The other nice thing is that will help save a lot of money, and I could use that money for other things. I think I could pull this off, guys. And Prius is the perfect car for camping like that. Almost like a technological teepee. Indeed, I think you're right. Well, I finished my pizza and I finished my beer. I think now I'm going to sign off and go back to my dogs. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate the interaction. I'll try to make more of these. I think it's important that I document what's happening. And I feel like I missed a lot that I didn't do any of these videos in the last week, because a lot happened in the last week. Have a good night, Kurt. You too at the Itsumaru. And congrats on your retirement. Thank you very much. I can't wait. Oh, thank you. Very nice as well. Take care, everybody. Be safe, but not too safe. Thanks for joining me.